Yes, we're here again every day. I look forward to this so much. So, here we're going to look at something: blessing or a curse. What is a blessing? What is a curse? I'm going to talk about habits. Are your habits a blessing or a curse? They could be either, they could be both. Here's the key thing: our life is run by our habits. Did you get that? You are a habitual being. We're all habitual beings. The key thing is, what habits are we living by? And then, are they consciously chosen habits, or are they habits that we blindly accepted? We don't even know where they came from. We don't even know why. Conscious habits take work. It takes a lot of work to build a conscious habit, because in order to build a conscious habit, you got to build it over an unconscious habit. Does that make sense? I remember, I'm going to go back to 1983. 1983. My son Stephen was a young little boy, baby. I was holding him in my arms. Guess what I was doing? I was in Tampa, Florida. I was going out to the mailbox. What was I doing? I was smoking a cigarette. Yep. And I looked at this little baby looking at me. And I want you to know that I had tried to quit smoking many, 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 many times. It's not that I didn't try. I got an A for trying. I just didn't succeed. But when I saw him looking at me, I realized that was not something I wanted my son to grow up with. I threw my cigarette down, and that was the last cigarette I ever smoked. Now, I didn't just quit, I built a new habit on top of it. What I did is I picked up running, I picked up jogging. And that very day, I went out and I jogged. I could barely do a mile. I was young. I was 33 years old. I could barely do a mile. And I thought I was an athlete. I was playing tennis all the time. Before long, that new habit became entrenched. And I ran 3.5 miles, maybe 6 times a week for years and years and years. And then what happened? That habit no longer served me, because what I found out is you get in your 50s, so 20 plus years of running, that takes the pounding on the pavement, and that really takes its toll on you. So I had to replace it with another habit: going to the gym, using the elliptical, going to the gym, using the stair climber. So you see, I've taken habits and I replace them, but they're consciously chosen habits. So what are the benefits of the habits I chosen? Number one, both of my sons are anti-smoking. Number one. Number two, I'm healthier than I probably would have been had I continued. And the best part is, I proved I can do anything. Habits are really important. The key thing is, question them. What did Socrates say? I think he said, an unexamined life isn't worth living. Really ponder that. An unexamined life isn't worth living. What he's saying is that you're not looking at your life, consciously choosing who you are, what is your uniqueness, what is desiring to be experienced, and you're living your life by default. It's not worth living. Yeah, it's really a fascinating thing. Gina and I watched a movie last night, and I can't think of the name right now for the life of me. Oh my God, that's terrible. But it was a movie about a father who was taking his son to college to look at the college to see if he would be considered of it. It was also a movie about a woman who was bringing her daughter to that same college to see if she wanted it. And it was fascinating how it played out. It was humorous and it was deeply sad. Because what came out in the movie was these parents who at one time were really, really, really alive, sacrificed their life for their kids. And both of them had a fear that when their child went away to school, there would be nothing for them at home because they had no relationship with their partner. Zero. And this movie was about awakening that they had created in habit that didn't serve them. And it was an awakening that they could create a new habit. I mean, that movie touched Jean and I at such a heart level. And one of the things that I'll share with you is that when Jean and I had our first son, we made a decision that no matter what, every Saturday night we would go on a date without our children. And on that date, we would not talk about our children. I don't know what it was within us, but we realized that we had to maintain our relationship. And I'm telling you, that's not easy. Because when you got the little guys are, man, they consume your life. No, I have not watched Mr. Nobody, but I'm writing it down, Keshev. When I think of that movie, I'll let you know. Dee Dee says, I've been busy moving to California and have not heard you in a while. Dee Dee, I'm here. It's not that you haven't heard me. You just haven't tuned in, girl. Let me just say that. I want you to know that I'm here for you every day. I don't miss. I have a habit, don't I? I have a habit. Number one, I meditate every morning, do deep breathing every morning. And then I do meditation with the world, and you can all join it if you want. I was there today, 7 a.m. Central Time. And then at 8 a.m., except on Sunday at 7:30, I talk with you on thoughts that can change your life. Those are habits. Those are consciously chosen habits because they allow me to bring my gift. What's my gift? Whatever I want it to be. I love talking. I love sharing ideas. I love expansion. I did my talk yesterday, and my talk yesterday was on prosperous thinking. You'll find it on YouTube or on Facebook. Go listen to it. Prosperity is not just abundance. Prosperity is not just about abundance. It's about being prosperous in every life. It's about expansion in every part of our life. And guess what? We can always expand more and more and more. There is never a limit. The only limit is what we put in our mind. Also, Dee Dee made mention, I have another podcast out there with Reverend Larry DeRusha. It's called Beyond Limits Radio. Get it on the podcast stations or on YouTube. This way you're getting two perspectives coming at you. Two perspectives. So while I've got you here, this Saturday, I'm doing a free workshop. I think it's at 10 or 10:30. I'm not sure which. But you can find out the information on agapespiritualcenter.com. agapespiritualcenter.com. Go to the calendar. You'll see a free workshop, Debunking the Myth of Love. It's a Zoom thing. You can come free. So if you want to do it, love it. And there's my friend Robert, not my friend, my son Robert, and he says, Claire says good morning to Baba. Good morning, Claire Bear. In case you guys don't know, Claire is my angel. She is my 3.5-year-old granddaughter. In my mind, there was no one more precious in the entire world. That's how special that girl is. And I'm so grateful to my sons for bringing this beautiful expression into my life and in my wife's life. Because Claire, she's a free bird. I'm telling you, she's got habits, and her habits are all about her. She doesn't give a crap about what you're saying. The other night, she's in the bathtub. We got FaceTime going. We're talking to her. I got her to sing a song. She sang Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star to us. But then she was off in her world. And you know what? We let her. Because it's her world. She's not there to please us. She's there to freely express herself. I was watching the other day some videos that my sister had digitized about when my sons were very young. I think Stephen was maybe a year, and then it went from there. And I'm going to share with you what really caught my eye was I didn't realize how perfect our life was back then. I didn't realize how good Jean and I had it. How we had 2 angel boys. And I think that's a problem that we all face right now. We don't realize how good we have it in this moment. We kept thinking there's more. We need to get present in this moment because it'll never come back. I saw pictures of my mother smiling, alive, playing with the boys. If I could do anything, I would love to look her in the eyes and tell her how much she really meant to me. I know I did, but there's something in me that yearns for that craving. I share that with you so that you can do whatever you feel is necessary in your life right now. Create a habit of gratitude. If you do that, you will live a full and meaningful life. Until tomorrow, I want you to know how much I love you, which means I accept you just like you are. Aloha.